Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Brother Shamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Nrsimhadev Bhagavan, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Gaurnitai, Tulsi Mahani, Haridas Thakur, Srila, Guru Parampara, Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So we're continuing on with the 10th canto, chapter number 2. And it is entitled Prayers by the Demigods for Lord Krishna in the Womb. So the first chapter was when Mother Earth and Lord Brahma and the demigods went to Shvetadvip to petition the Lord, please appear. The earth is burdened by terrible kings. And the Lord came into the heart of Lord Brahma and said, yes, I will come. And you should all take birth in the Yadu dynasty. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead entered the womb of Devaki, to kill Kamsa, all the demigods understood that the Lord was living within Devaki's womb, and therefore, in veneration, they offered him the Garbhastuti prayers. So Kamsa, under the protection of his father-in-law, Jarasan, so Jarasan is a crazy dude, and with the help of his demonic friends like Pralamba, Baka, Chanura, Trinavarta, Aghasur, Mushtik, Bana, Bhaumasura, began oppressing the members of the Yadu dynasty. Therefore, the members of the Yadu dynasty left their homes and sought shelter in such states as Kuru, Panchal, Kekaya, Shalva, Vidarbha. Only some of them stayed with Kamsa as nominal friends, acting in his service in the expectation of the Lord's appearance. And an example is given of Akrur. He stayed with Kamsa. After Kamsa killed the Sadgarbhas, the 6 sons of Devaki, one after another, Anantadev, partial plenary expansion, known as Sankarshan or Shesha or Balaram, entered Devaki's womb and was transferred to the womb of Rohini by the manipulation of Yogamaya, who was following the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So who were the 6 sons and why were they killed by Kamsa? How is that possible? So there's a pastime behind that. Long ago, there is a great sage called Marichi. Marichi had 6 sons, Amara, Udkita, Parishvanga, Patanga, Shudrat, and Grini. Marichi represents the mind. He is also the son of Lord Brahma. At a certain particular time, by Yogamaya's potency of Lord Vishnu, Brahma became attracted to his own daughter, whose name was Vak. And he actually approached her and she ran away. Lord Brahma, however, is a pure devotee, but the Supreme Lord wanted to show all living beings how careful we have to be because the power of Maya is so strong. Lord Brahma accepted whatever position Krishna wanted him to put him into to teach good lessons to us. So actually he was not at fault, but the 6 sons of Marichi, headed by Smara, laughed at him. This was actually Vaishnava Parad, an offense to Lord Brahma. And as a reaction, they had to fall from their saintly position in the abode of the demigods. And they had to take birth as demons. They became the grandsons of Hiranyakashipu, sons of Kalanemi. Kalanemi was an enemy of the Supreme Lord. After the churning of the ocean of milk, when there was a great war between the demigods and the demons, Kalanemi was riding on a lion, and he had a trident in his hands. With all the power, as he saw the Supreme Personality, Supreme Lord Narayan, coming down on his bird carrier Garud, Kalanemi, threw his trident to try to slaughter the Lord. Lord Vishnu is unconquerable. His name is Ajita. He easily defeated Kalamnimi and killed him. Then Kalamini took his next birth in the womb of the wife of Maharaj Ugrasen of Mathura, and his name was Kams. So the 6 sons of the demon Kalamini, Hamsa, Suvikrama, Kratha, Damana, Ripu Mardana, and Krodha Hanta performed intense austerities to worship the universal grandsire Brahma, unbeknown to their own grandfather Hiranyakashipu. So Brahma, being satisfied with their extreme penance, granted them the boon of protection from death according to their prayers. Later, when Hiranyakashipu heard about this incident, he became enraged and he said, "You worshipped Brahma without letting me know. Thus I have no affection for impudent people such as you. Your father himself will kill all of you." So remember, Kalamnimi took birth as Kamsa, and he killed the 6 sons of his own 6 sons. Yeah, here they are. Due to this curse of Hiranyakashipu, they took birth in the womb of Devaki and were killed by Kams, the incarnation of Kalanimi. Marichi represents the mind, and these 6 sons represent the rebellious tendencies of the mind, the demoniac propensities of the mind: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mada, and Matsara, which has lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, and illusion. So these are the 6 enemies. So Marichi represents the mind, and the 6 sons represent the 6 propensities of the mind, headed by lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, and illusion. Devaki, her womb represents bhakti or devotion. So these first 6 enemies had to be killed. The enemies born of the mind, before her womb was fit for Sankarsana and Krishna to appear within. So this also can to a certain degree apply to us. As much lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion we have, that much there is less room for Krishna and Balaram to come within our hearts. So this is a very important lesson to learn from this pastime. The Lord himself, who was soon to appear as the 8th son of Devaki, ordered Yogamaya to take birth from the womb of Yashoda Mai. So who is Yogamaya? Maya? That is Shubhadra, Krishna's sister. So she took birth from Yashoda Mai's womb. Because Krishna and his potency, Yogamaya, appeared simultaneously as brother and sister, the world is full of Vaishnavas and Shaktas. And there is certainly some rivalry between the devotees. Vaishnavas worship the Supreme Lord, whereas Shaktas, according to their desires, worship Yogamaya in the form of like Durga, Bhadrakali, or Chandika. The Lord blessed Yogamaya as follows. By sacrifices of animals, ordinary human beings will worship you gorgeously with various paraphernalia because you are supreme in fulfilling the material desires of everyone. So this is Maya's function. She keeps us trapped in this world by fulfilling our crazy material desires. Following the orders of the Supreme Lord, Yogamaya transferred Baladev, Sankarsan, the 7th child of Devaki, from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. So it appeared that Devaki had a miscarriage. So she had the 6 children which were killed. Then she had a 7th child, but apparently there was a miscarriage. But in fact, that child was moved from Devaki's womb to the womb of Rohini. Thus all the inhabitants of the palace loudly lamented, Devaki has lost a child. Because Sankarsana appeared in order to increase love of Krishna, he is known as Kama, Rama. due to his ability to please all inhabitants of Gokul. He will be known as Balabhadra due to his extensive physical strength. After Yogamaya transferred the seventh child of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared within the heart of Vasudeva. So first, Supreme Lord comes into the heart of the devotee and then transferred himself into the heart of Devaki. Because the Lord was present in her heart, Devaki, as her pregnancy continued, appeared effulgent. Upon seeing the effulgence, Kamsa was full of anxiety as he realized that the Supreme Lord would appear soon. However, he could not harm Devaki, thinking, Devaki is a woman, she's my sister, moreover, she's now pregnant. If I kill her, my reputation, opulence, and duration of life will certainly be vanquished. Kamsa decided to wait until the Lord was born and do what was needed. While sitting on the throne or in his sitting room, while lying on his bed, or indeed while situated anywhere, while eating, sleeping, or walking, Kamsa only saw his enemy, the Supreme Lord, Harikesh. In other words, by thinking of all his all-pervading enemy, Kamsa began indirectly thinking unfavorably of Krishna, and thus was fully Krishna conscious, became fully Krishna conscious. So this is the beauty of the Lord. He's impartial. If one thinks of him in a negative way, one still can become Krishna conscious. Of course, we don't want to think the Lord in a negative way, but the point is that he's neutral. So even thinking of the Lord in a negative way is a type of bhakti, is a form of bhakti, because the Lord is in the center. Of course, in the center of hatred, but that doesn't matter. This is the greatness of the Lord and shows his neutrality. If somebody is thinking unfavorably of him, that person still benefits because he's thinking of Krishna. So this is the absolute beauty of the Lord. Right? In any circumstance, one is connected with the Lord, one is in the right direction towards the spiritual world, negative or positive. Meanwhile, because of the Lord's presence within the womb of Devaki, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, accompanied by great sages like Narad, Devala, and Vyas, and by other demigods like Indra, Chandra, and Varun, invisibly approached the room of Devaki, where they all joined in offering their respectful obeisances and prayers to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can bestow blessings upon everyone. So this is finally Lord Krishna enters the mind of Devaki via the heart of Vasudeva. At that time, the demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva appeared before Devaki and offered many prayers to the Lord. For example, you are the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, appearing for our welfare. Although you are unborn, just to protect us, you kindly come. We salute you. So, lesson to learn, it's very good to pray to the Lord regularly, thanking him for everything he does for us. Actually, every day, there should be this mood of thankfulness while we're chanting. There's a few things. One is being grateful. Another is seeking his association through his devotees, wanting to serve him. These are all things that when we're chanting, we can request, please, my Lord, let me serve you as a servant of your servant. Very important. These prayers are otherwise it's very impersonal. If we're just chanting without thinking anything, very impersonal. But we are very personal, and the Lord is very personal. So why not offer a prayer? Their prayers were as follows. The Supreme Lord, personality, the Supreme Godhead is absolutely independent. His incarnations are transcendental. You are the Supreme Truth, equal to everyone, and your instructions apply for everyone. Therefore, we offer our obeisances, surrendering all to you. Kindly give us your protection. We can ask that even from Krishna, but we don't need to, because we can ask that from Lord Nrsingadev. Please afford us your protection so that we can serve Radha and Krishna. The body is compared to a tree which depends on the ground of the material nature, and it gives two kinds of fruits, happiness and distress. In this tree of the body, there are two birds. One is an individual soul and the other is a super soul. So this example is also given in the Vedas, where in the tree there are two birds. And one bird is enjoying the fruit, the other bird is watching. So we are enjoying the fruits and the super soul is watching. The spiritual soul is more important than the gross body. And the super soul, Paramatma, is still more important than the soul. This world is also compared to a tree. And you are the cause. You appear in various incarnations to protect the devotees, destroy the demons. The prayers of the demigods glorify and exalted devotees. The prayers of the demigods glorify and exalted devotees explain the fate of persons who superficially consider themselves liberated from the conditions of material nature. A devotee is always safe. When a devotee fully surrenders at the lotus feet of the Lord, he is completely liberated from the fear of material existence. Yes, so this is of course not easy to fully surrender at the lotus feet of the Lord. If one can do it, one is completely liberated. But in this age of Kali, this is so hard to do. And this is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so important, because he gives us the holy names. He gives us a facility whereby we can, even whilst continuing with our daily activities, connect with the Supreme Lord in a very meaningful and substantive way. Great saints accept your lotus feet as the boat by which to cross the ocean of nescience. After crossing, great acharyas leave behind on earth the method by which they cross. So this is really good, really important. We learn from the great sages how to leave this world, how to live in this world and how to leave this world. However, impersonalists try to cross the ocean by mental speculation, with the result that they fall down due to their impure intelligence. If devotees completely in love with you sometimes fall from the path of devotion, they do not fall like non-devotees, for you still protect them. Like Bharat Maharaj, right? He was so close to pure love of Godhead, but he fell from the path, but yet the Lord protected him. Thus they fearlessly traverse the earth, continue to progress in the ocean of service, seva. O Lord, during the time of maintenance, you manifest several incarnations to bestow good fortune upon the living entities by teaching them Vedic activities. Your name, form, and attributes can be ascertained only through devotional service, beginning with hearing and chanting. O Lord, we are fortunate because a heavy burden of the demons upon this earth is immediately removed by your appearance. O Devaki, so they're praying to Mother Devaki. Do not worry about Kamsa because the Supreme Lord is now in your room and he will surely kill him. So that's chapter 2. Let's see if we can get into chapter 3. Birth of Krishna. Supreme Lord Krishna Hari, in his original form, appeared as Vishnu so that his father and mother could understand that their son was the Supreme Lord. Thereafter, at an auspicious time for the appearance of the Lord, the entire universe was surcharged with the qualities of goodness, beauty, and peace. The constellation Rohini appeared, as did stars like Ashwini. The sun, the moon, and the other stars and planets were very peaceful. All directions appeared extremely pleasing, and the stars twinkled in the cloudless sky. Decorated with towns, villages, mines, pasturing grounds, the earth was all auspicious. The rivers flowed with clear water, and the lakes and vast resources were very beautiful. Birds like cuckoos and swarms of bees began chanting with sweet voices. A breeze began to blow, pleasing the sense of touch and bearing the aroma of flowers. The saints and the Brahmins felt peace within the core of their hearts. Kettle drums simultaneously vibrated from the upper planetary systems. So such auspicious environment had come into place because the Lord was about to appear. Mother Devaki, I just wanted to ask them. So, yeah, that's right. Being fully transcendental, Satchit Anand, does not belong to this material world because Devaki was of the same category as Sri Krishna. What does that mean? She's a very special personality, practically none different from Krishna. Nobody can just ordinarily become the mother of Krishna. They are very special personalities, specially empowered, just as powerful almost as Krishna. Thus, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared with 4 hands from the heart of Devaki in the dense darkness of night, like the full moon rising on the eastern horizon. So why did he appear as Vishnu, not baby Krishna? He wanted to convince Devaki and Vasudeva that I have appeared. I am come. Vishnu has come. Supreme Lord has come. If it came as a baby, they may not be so convinced. Upon seeing the Lord in that Vishnu form, Vasudeva was struck with wonder. So, as Vishnu, the Lord had very wonderful lotus-like eyes. He bore in his 4 hands the 4 weapons, Shankh, Chakra, Gada, and Padma. On his chest was the mark of Shivatsa, and on his neck the brilliant Kastuba gem. Dressed in yellow, his body blackish like a dense cloud. His scattered hair fully grown, his helmet and earrings sparkling uncommonly with the valuable gem Vaidurya. Decorated with a brilliant belt, armlets, bangles, and other ornaments. So this is fantastic, painting. Really captures the mood. Krishna born in the prison. Mm-hmm. Lord Ram appeared in the palace at midday. So there were important reasons why Krishna appeared at midnight in a prison. So he appeared in the middle of the night. Very inauspicious time. Many can say that. Inauspicious time for him to appear, middle of the night. However, there was a reason. Because the darkness of night represents, there's no hope, no ray of hope in this world for us, right? Prison means shackles. And we're caught by the shackles of Maya that hold us here. What hope do we have? Well, Krishna appeared at that time, middle of the night, in the prison, to give us hope. He's no ordinary personality. He's the most extraordinary, even more extraordinary than any other incarnation. He came to give us hope. Don't worry, I'm also born in a prison. Don't worry. I also born in an inauspicious time. So don't worry. I'm here for you. I got you. He was born on Ashtami Tithi, and Rohini Nakshatra was prevailing in the year 3228 BC. So that's probably a little wrong now. But anyway, that's roughly where we are. That's probably 52, 50 something now. In transcendental happiness, Vasudev mentally gave 100,000, 10,000, sorry, cows in charity to the Brahmins. Vasudev could understand that this was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan. Having concluded this without a doubt, he became fearless. And after bowing down, he began to offer prayers to the child. 10,000 Gomatas were donated. He was in prison. How did he donate 10,000 cows? Well, when it's difficult to offer something physically, we can do it mentally. So in the age of Kali Yuga, even if we give charity in a mental state, mental condition, is accepted by the Lord as actually being done physically. Vasudev then offered prayers to the Lord, addressing him as the Supreme Person, Parabrahma, the Super Soul, who is beyond duality and who is internally and externally all-pervading. The Lord, the cause of all causes, is beyond material existence. Although he is the creator of this material world, when he enters this world as Paramatma, he is all-pervading. Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastanam. Yet he is transcendently situated. For the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this material world, the Lord appears as the Gun Avatar, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar. His form is transcendental to the three material modes. Yet, for the maintenance of the three worlds, he assumes the white color of Vishnu in goodness for creation, which is surrounded by the quality of passion. He appears reddish, and at the end, when there is need for annihilation, which is surrounded by ignorance, he appears blackish. Thus Vasudeva offered prayers full of meaning to the Lord. Devaki followed her husband by offering prayers describing the transcendental nature of the Lord, how everything emanates from him, being the cause of all causes. Fearing comes and seeking protection, and also desiring that the Lord not be understood by atheistic and materialistic people. She prayed that the Lord withdraw his transcendental formed form and appear like an ordinary child with two hands. So she was convinced, this is the Lord. Now please become baby-like. Lord Vishnu appeared, in his four-handed form, and then loads of prayers. And Devaki, out of motherly affection, prays to Lord to please hide the four-handed form. Then Vishnu spoke and told Vasudeva to take him immediately to Gokul and replace him with the daughter who had just been born to Yashoda. The Lord spoke and reminded Vasudeva and Devaki of the two other incarnations in which he had appeared as their son. Prishni, that's Devaki, and Stapa, Vasudeva, performed severe austerities for 12,000 years. And the Lord appeared as Prashangamba. Aditya and Devaki, Kashyap, Vasudeva, petitioned the Lord to appear, and he came as Upendra or Vaman Dev. And because of being a dwarf, he was known as Vaman. Now, for the third time, he appeared as the son of Devaki. The Lord showed his form of Vishnu just to remind them of his previous births. Otherwise, if he had appeared like an ordinary human child, they would not believe that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, had indeed appeared. Then the Lord transformed himself into baby Krishna, the original form, Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. So this is a very interesting chart because it shows the position according to Sri Brahma Samhita. Krishna is the cause of all causes, the primeval Lord, Adipurush, from whom comes Balaram. Then we've got the Chaturvyu, then we've got Narayan, second Chaturvyu, then we've got the three Vishnus. The Lord then decided to leave the prison house of Kamsa, and at that very time, Yogamaya took birth as the daughter of Yashoda. By the arrangement of Yoga Maya, Vasudeva was able to leave the prison house and save the child from the hands of Kams. So this is really interesting. For Vasudeva to be able to take Krishna out of the prison, three things happened. The shackles were broken because they were kept under shackles, bound. Second, the doorkeepers fell asleep. Third, the doors opened. So there's three lessons to learn from that. One, karma finished if Krishna is in the heart. So our shackles are broken if Krishna is in our heart. All doors of Maya, e.g., lust, anger, greed, they go to sleep when Krishna is present. And third, the doors of the spiritual world opened. It's wonderful. When Krishna is present, so many things happen. The night was very dark. As soon as Vasudeva took Krishna on his lap and went out, he could see everything just as in sunlight. Because where there is Krishna, there's no question of darkness. So we try to remember the Lord all the time. When Vasudeva was carrying Krishna in the falling rain, Lord Shesha, in the shape of a serpent, spread his hood over the head of Vasudeva so that he would not be hampered by the rainfall. And what's the lesson from that? Shesha is Lord Balaram, who always serves Krishna. Shesha appears all the time. He serves Krishna. He doesn't need to be asked. Vasudeva came into the banks of the Yamuna and saw that the water of the Yamuna was roaring with waves. Still in that ferocious feature, the river parted to let Vasudeva cross. When we try to serve Krishna, he assists to serve him. He assists us in many ways. We just have to make the effort. He does the rest. Sometimes we think, oh, how is that service possible? Of course, we're thinking, how can I do it? But actually, the Lord is very kind. He has the power to do anything and everything. When Vasudeva brought Krishna to the house of Nand Maharaj, he saw that by Yogamaya's arrangement, Yashoda, as well as everyone else, was deeply asleep. Thus he exchanged the babies, taking Yogamaya from Yashoda's lap, placing Krishna there instead. Now, our acharyas explain that with Yogamaya, Yashodamaya also gave birth to baby Krishna. And that baby Krishna of Yashodamaya merged with the baby Krishna brought by Vasudeva. There's two Krishnas. One is Yashodamaya's Krishna, and the second is Vasudeva's Krishna, and they both merged when Vasudeva did the swap. Then Vasudeva returned to his palace, his own place, having taken Yogamaya as his daughter. He placed Yogamaya on Devaki's bed and prepared to be a prisoner as before. In Gokul, Yashoda could not understand whether she had given birth to a male or a female child. So what happened here? On the other side of the Yamuna, he went to Nand Maharaj's palace in Gokul. That's Vasudeva. Everyone was fast asleep. He took the opportunity to silently enter into the house of Yashoda. Without difficulty, he replaced his son, taking away the baby girl newly born in the house of Yashoda. So what a sacrifice. Vasudeva swapped. Sometimes in life, great sacrifices have to be made. Now, whilst Yashodamaya was asleep, the second Krishna, the Krishna that was born to her, after Vasudeva left, merged with Vasudeva Krishna. Okay, so that's it. So, any questions? Any comments? That's the end of chapter 3.
Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna, Nandiben.
you said initially that Shesha Balram was a partial expansion. I don't think it was the partial expansion.
Yeah. Balaram is the full expansion, and from Balaram also comes Shesha as a partial incarnation.
So Balram and Shesha are different.
Yeah, they're same and they're different.
Oh,
Balaram, from Balaram comes Anantashesh.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and with
Okay. So this Anant Shesh,
hmm,
this is it's Balram. It's one
it
who is always protecting Krishna. That is Balram, isn't it?
is, but he is a expansion of Balaram, right? Shesh.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yes, correct, correct. Very powerful and he has never stopped glorifying Krishna with his 1,000 mouths since the beginning of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's not
Okay.
found an end to the glories of Krishna. It's
So when
amazing.
you say in the chart, the first expansion is Balram, and after
Yeah.
Balram comes Anantashesh, isn't it? Yes.
Yes, there's an expansion of Balaram, which we don't see in that. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, here. In fact, in fact, from Balaram, in fact, the Shesha comes from Sankarshan. The hoods, this 1,000
Hmm.
heads of Shesha is actually an expansion of Sankarshan. So here we could have another thing saying Ananta Shesh.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that question. Very good. Very
Mhm.
good point.
And just a
So,
thought, just a reflection that Krishna, because Krishna is impartial, whether we think of him positive or negative. That's
yeah.
why, that's why even if one is thinking negative, Krishna will say he's thinking about me, full stop. So like
Exactly.
Kansa and other demons. So that's why they can merge into Krishna at the time of the death, because
Yes.
Krishna is impartial.
Exactly. And that's what Yudhishthir was very confused. He said, I saw Shishupal merge into Krishna. How is that possible? He hated Krishna.
I just realized that because he's impartial. Just
Yes, because he's neutral, totally neutral.
yeah.
Whether we think of him positively or not, because we're thinking of Krishna, he will not see the positive, he will not see the negativity.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And
Thank you,
only he
Babu.
can do that, right? Only he can do that.
Only he can do. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you for participating so nicely, as always. So, if there's nothing else, we can stop. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai.